Hi everyone, I'm back tonight to talk about some curriculum and program options for gifted students that I wanted to share with you. So as far as program options, I don't think anybody has found the perfect solution for gifted students, but I know some summer camps are really popular. These are all listed on the NAGC website and can also be found under the Resources tab on the portfolio. But some of the ones that stood out to me that I've either learned about or have had friends or siblings attend is the Duke Tip Camp, Astro Camp, and Joseph Baldwin Academy here, and JBAs, especially here at Truman. And that's really popular. It's unique because Truman professors actually teach the class, so the students get a 3-week experience living in college dorms, kind of experiencing college life, and taking classes from professors. So during the summer, there's a variety of summer camps and activities that can keep gifted students engaged and help prepare them for the following school year. Acceleration, I wrote a paper about that can also be found in the portfolio. I am a big proponent of acceleration. I think if a third grader already knows everything in third grade, there's no reason for that child to continue being in third grade. It's a waste of everyone's time. So I think acceleration can be really beneficial to students. However, administrators and teachers are often against it because they are worried that the emotional or social needs of the child may not be met. However, I do not think that's the case. I think the child benefits financially, academically, and socially from acceleration. So that is one effective program option for gifted students. Compacting is also popular, and that's when the material moves at a quicker pace. So this could be effective if students stay in the same grade, but they need to move through the material at a quicker pace because they learn quicker than other students. And then some parents choose to homeschool their child if their child is gifted and they don't feel like their needs are being met in the public school. I don't have as much experience from this firsthand, but I did interview an individual who I believe is gifted and was homeschooled, and he found pros and cons from being homeschooled while also being a gifted student. So I think sometimes if the parent is trained and knows how to work with their gifted child, that could be an effective solution. However, I don't think all parents know how to educate the gifted population, therefore homeschooling may not be effective. From my research, I do not think that pull-out programs are an effective program for gifted students because students are not gifted just one day of the week, so I think it's a little silly to treat them as if they're only gifted on Wednesdays or the day that they get pulled out. And then I think this can also lead to kind of a hostile environment in the classroom if a certain group of kids get to leave and go to a different school every day of the week. So I do not think pull-out programs are effective, and I would like to see their use reduced in the future. NAGC also provides a list of standards for gifted education that can be implemented in curriculum and that regular classroom teachers can use if they are creating curriculum for gifted students. The College of William and Mary have a really great resource for gifted curriculum. Their curriculum model, one of the models that they support is the integrated curriculum model. So this is 3 different circles that come together, and it's designed to specifically meet the needs of intensity and complexity for gifted students, and it's very well researched and has been implemented all over the country. So they have a lot of curriculum resources and can be of great aid to educators and gifted teachers. And then I want to talk about some of the characteristics that why curriculum is either effective or not effective for gifted learners. So gifted students respond sometimes more quickly than other students, so they learn the knowledge like faster. They don't need it as explained to them as many times. So this is why compacting or acceleration could be a good option if the student maybe they do need help with their multiplication, but they don't need to go over the same problems as many times as other students. So that's why compacting could be a good option, or other ways that a teacher can differentiate for those gifted students. And then a good teacher also can take the curriculum to a higher degree of difficulty. So many gifted students need to be taken to a higher level. They need to go deeper into the content because they understand that base level that some other lower achieving students might not understand. And what they need to be engaged is to ask deeper questions and figure out deeper answers. So a good teacher will engage their students and will help motivate their students in that way. A good gifted teacher or regular education teacher needs to respond to all of the individual students' needs. So this is especially important for gifted students because they often learn things quicker than other students. So it's important that the teacher responds to their individual needs. It's also, gifted students also sometimes feel excluded in the classroom, so it's important that that teacher understands where that child is at so they can respond to their individual needs and make sure they are being appropriately challenged. Another problem with gifted students or talented students is sometimes perfectionism. They have a lot of pressure on them to always perform correctly, or to think that they must succeed all the time. So effective programs and curriculum understand this and are able to support students if they maybe don't get the answer on the right time the first time, or they fail. So a good program option or curriculum supports this and gives students the right tools they need to succeed, because especially for gifted students who are constantly feel this attitude of I need to be perfect, I need to get the answer right, it's important to make sure they know it's okay to fail sometimes. And then I kind of want to talk about what makes curriculum and program options not effective for gifted learners as well, just so we can compare the two. So effective curriculum and program does not make the gifted student the teacher. The gifted student should not be paired with a struggling student, because that just creates frustration on both ends. The gifted student doesn't want to spend their time being a fill-in teacher and helping the lower achieving student, and the lower achieving student doesn't want to be helped by the gifted student, because that doesn't make them feel good about themselves either. So the gifted student should not be used as a teacher. The gifted student should also not be given busy work as a means to fill time. That is an ineffective program and curriculum option as well. And they also shouldn't be isolated or removed from the classroom. So the teacher or program should not put that student in the back of the classroom, make them sit at a desk by themselves and complete more work. It's also inappropriate for a program or curriculum to ask a gifted student to do something they already know how to do. This makes them unengaged and uninterested in learning. Oftentimes, if you give a gifted student something that's more challenging or something that they're passionate about, they'll be willing to work hard, but it can be insulting to make them practice something that they already know. So thanks for listening. And I hope you understand how I feel about curriculum and program options. And if you have any more questions, you can visit the Contact tab at the top of the portfolio, and I'd be happy to talk with you further. Thank you.